Hi everyone, how's everyone doing here today? Thank you for watching, and I meant to get this out earlier, but I got a little sidetracked. Anyhow, our favorite the MAGA snowflakes, Marjorie Taylor Greene, has not been having a good time lately. In the past few weeks I've seen, she's been getting a lot of pushback, a lot of blowback for some of her behavior, and she's been doing a lot of venting. I mean, usually she just vents a little, but this time she's like visibly angry. She doesn't really have anything positive to say. She is disgusted with things. And I get it, but here's the thing, given her lack of intelligence as well as self-awareness. I'm trying to be respectful here, believe it or not. She complains that, I forget exactly how she worded it, that the GOP has become feckless and can't get things done. Well, no kidding, but here's the thing I would say to her. You are a part of that problem. Okay? You are the one that contributes to it. It's not entirely all on you, to be fair. There are others involved, but because you recommend the far-right MAGA extremism, as I've mentioned in the past, MAGA is about supporting one person. It's not about patriotism. It's un-American. You know, it doesn't believe in America first. It means we got to suck up to Trump. We got to serve Trump in any way possible. And that also means, indirectly, is to throw interference against Joe Biden, okay? Because you're doing the Trump agenda. And you are, Marjorie, by all definition, a troll, okay? Let's be honest here. This is what I would honestly say to her personally if it was just the two of us talking. I said, you're a troll. You vent a lot of things. You just say a lot of bad things. You do what you can to push people's buttons. Before it was kind of being tolerated and they were trying to go with the approach, we go low, low, high, but there have been some new players, specifically like Jasmine Crockett and even AOC. Before she was trying to play nice and brush it off. Now they're taking the gloves off because they're getting a little fed up. When you started commenting on people's looks, which is very unprofessional, you were receiving a lot of blowback on your looks. The bleach blonde, butch body, which you obviously don't appreciate because you seem pretty sensitive towards that. You are, by all definition, throwing stones and living in a glass house where you're perfectly content dishing it out, but once it comes back to you, you play the victim, which is pretty hypocritical. Hence why I say, total lack of self-awareness. You really need to take a step back and look around and ask yourself, what are you trying to do here? Because if it's just staying on this whole MAGA thing, well, you're going to continue to get pissed off and be discouraged, all right? It's not going to get better for you. It really isn't. Especially since Donald Trump's conviction, it's only going to get worse. What I would honestly say is, if it's even remotely possible, start passing legislation. For the people of Georgia, or just anyone in general, ask yourself this simple question. What kind of legislation or bills has she helped to pass? Name one, anyone. Or I'll try and make it a little easier. Name something she's voted on that, even if it didn't get approved, and ask yourself, does this help people? Because some of the last things I've seen not recently were about they were trying to pass a bill about gas stoves. I kid you not. And there were two other silly things, which is just cultural nonsense to serve no purpose other than to distract. I mean, did you vote for the infrastructure bill? Or did you vote against it and take credit for it? I don't know if she did that. I know some members of the GOP did. She might have done that. I'm not 100% sure, so I want to be fair here. Anyhow, if you're not voting on legislation, you're not doing your job. Your job is to help the American people, not Trump. You can't seem to get around that. And until you do, you're going to find yourself, like I said, just equally getting frustrated and stuff like that. So, personally, I don't think she's capable. I don't think she can. I don't really think she understands Congress. I don't think she understands the job. I just think it was her intent to just go in there and say, you know what, I'm just going to create as much chaos as I possibly can and just be mean. That'll only get you so far. Lately, it's come full circle, and it's gotten to the point where when you do your news outlets, you're being confronted. No, you're not a person of God. Let's be realistic about here. You actually worship Trump, and now you're worshiping a convicted felon. Yes, I said it. He's a convicted felon. Truth be told, that is what he is. Accept it. I get it, you're going to keep supporting him no matter what, but what you could at least do in the meantime, running up to the election in November, is try and pass legislation. So when it comes time for you to be reelected, which you might be reelected, you may have a fan base in Georgia enough damn, these bugs, I keep getting itches. Anyhow, I think you probably still have a fan base big enough in Georgia that they're just going to keep you on board because they enjoy your performances. But what I would say to those people is, you're not getting anything done. She's not doing anything to benefit you, other than some cheap entertainment, which you could easily get from Fox if you voted her out, because that's all she would do. Lately, all I see you doing is on the War Room with Steve Bannon. I think even Bannon's getting to the point where he's getting fed up with you. He lets you vent a little. He just sits there, listens, nods his head. I could be wrong. I don't watch the full thing, but even then, the look on his face is like, here she is again. Now what? Okay. Time for her little therapy session. Let her get her out of her system and then go on. And then it's only a matter of time for either AOC, Jamie Raskin, or what's her name, Michelle Crockett, just says something to push your buttons. They are going to keep doing it. Why? Because they know that's all you're going to do. So you can either do some serious soul searching and change your ways, or keep doing on the same path, and sooner or later you're going to get voted out. I'm really confident that people of Georgia are just getting fed up, and enough of them are going to say, yeah, I voted for her then, but this circus is going on long enough. We need action. You're gone. So I seriously doubt if she's even capable of doing that. I think if I was talking to her face-to-face, giving her some friendly advice, she would just brush it off and go off on a tangent and start calling me names. Yeah, whatever, okay? Here's a simple example. The next time a reporter asks you about Jewish space lasers, just say, yeah, I said that. It was a mistake. It was wrong. I can't take it back, but all I can do now is move forward and try and make up for it. Of course, that means having a sense of integrity and having to be humble and admit you made a mistake. But like I said, I don't think you're capable of doing that. So your political career, what short-lived it might hopefully be, is just going to be riddled with frustration and landmines ahead of you. When I say landmines, I mean that as a metaphor, of course, but it is just going to get worse for you. So either change your ways or just brace yourself, because they're not going to let up. Nor would I if I was them. So, but what can I say? I'm a liberal woke snowflake. What do I know? Anyway, thank you for watching. I really hope you understand.